Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I bring you a set of buzz controllers and one of them is not working. I tagged it with an X so I can see exactly which one is it. I am now turning on the console to see how it behaves. So you see, 3 of them are okay, one of them is not. So let's try to figure out what's going on. Okay, so it seems to be a bad connection. Yeah, maybe something to do with the wire. Let's try and open it. So we need to pry out these little hole plugs. They are a bit difficult to remove, but with a little screwdriver we damage the plastic a little bit, but that's what it is. And we remove the Phillips screw, and with the spudger we force open the controller. Okay, so once inside we see that the wire is not connected directly on the board. Once it enters the remote area, it has a connection a little lower down. So let's try and open this, remove the wire from this connector. This connector is a bit tricky. I was trying to push it, but it does not work that way, because it doesn't seem to budge. So yes, this connector, I believe we need to pull the little clips that are on top and then remove the wire. Yeah, so let's try that. So with a little screwdriver I'm trying to pull out the plug and pull the wire out so we can examine where the problem is. Couldn't do it. Let's try that again. So now using a pair of tweezers, it is scratching the wire and it's not budging. It's a pain. This is a pain, this connector. No, nothing is happening. So yeah, even pulling it doesn't move. So I'll force it in again so it still connects, and let's check the wire once more. It probably is broken inside. So let's dismantle the rest so we can try and pull out the wire from the connector. So we now have a bit more space. Let's try that again. No, it's not coming out. It's quite difficult. These connectors are tricky. We may break a wire here trying to pull them out. Let's try that again. As you can see, the clip is way lifted. And no, it does not come out. Maybe it's soldered in place, I don't know. That's a strange connector. Yeah, examining closer by the eye, it seems that the connector is bent inside or something, so it doesn't move out. Yeah, not happening, not happening. So let's now try and test the wire to see where it is broken, because I'm unable to remove that wire from the connector, and I don't want to break it, because if I break it, it's a pain, because it won't be fixable, at least not in a short while. You see, that one is working and this one is working, so the wire must be broken on those bends. Maybe someone pulled it or bent it a lot while storing it, and the one wire broke inside. Okay, so now we know this is a broken wire. Yeah, definitely is. So now I identified almost where the place is, or the most probable place for it to be broken. Let's mark the wire and we will detach the area. So let's open it with the blade. So we see all the wiring and the protection. The white ones are nylon, so when you pull it doesn't break apart. So let's open it up. So let's do a bit more testing to see if we find which wire is the one that is broken. If that would be the case, we could just solder it without needing to cut. But yeah, it looks like it's not that place where we cut. It's a bit further down the wire. We lost it now. Crap. Let's cut it. There's no way of doing this better, so let's just cut the part that is broken. Snatch just a little bit of wire. This will be hidden away inside the remote anyway, so no worries. I'll just be a little shorter than the others. So let's now strip all the wires so we can properly connect it to the board. We now do the same on the wires on the board, so I will save you to watch me doing all over again. And we connect then each of the wires to the respective color on the other side. So we put the wires together, we roll them like a candy. And then we bend it so they are fixed in place, and we roll it a little more. And we do that to all the wires. So once we have them all connected this way, let's just test it to see if it works. It does work. Excellent. So let's now solder the wires. So what I do here, I will heat the wires up to the temperature to melt the solder, and the solder will be embedded inside the wires, doing a strong connection. So in case of any pulls, we don't break, and also they will be properly connected for as long as possible. And obviously we do that with all the wires, all the colors. So we now test it again to see if no problems arise. There it is. Superb. Now we will isolate all the wires with a bit of tape. Small bits, just pull them around and bend them on each of the wires. So after all done, let's test it again to make sure, and it works. So we are now going to isolate the wire itself with a bigger strip of Celor tape so that it stays connected and strong. We could use a bit of rubber, then heat it up with the heat gun so it bends inside, but I don't have that, so this method also works. It's a cheaper method. And we test it once more, and it works. So now we just put it back together and test it on the game to see if everything is okay. So let's fast forward that part. So after assembling, test it again to see if E works. There it is. Excellent. Now we clean the little X and the rest of the remote, the controller, sorry. And we test it in game. And there you have it. The controller is working perfectly. So we can now enjoy party games at home with all the controllers working. Thanks, subscribe and like. See ya!